What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve. This is my channel, Fragrance Fanatic. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you find anything of value in this video at the end, please like, comment, share, or subscribe. It would greatly be appreciated. We got another top 10 list for you. This is another two-part. I like doing it in two parts, like I said before, because it splits it up. We're not doing 25 to 40-minute videos. We're only doing about 10-minute videos, so I like it. So two-part list of my top 10 citrus fragrances for 2020. These are fragrances out of my collection. They may not side with you. You may not like them. But these are fragrances that I picked, that I personally wear, that I absolutely enjoy and love, and they are citrus heavy in the opening. First one on my list is one that gets a lot of talk, but it's got really horrible performance. This one's called Dior Homme Cologne. Now, this one, this has been on videos before that I've done. I've talked about it before. It's an overall exceptional citrus fragrance. It doesn't have a lot going on in the actual notes breakdowns of this one, but the bergamot in this one is really beautiful, very elegant. You get a fresh, like squeezed lemonade type feel with this one. Very gorgeous. Oh my God. Oh. Great for the summertime. This one you cannot go wrong with, but again, the performance is lacking. It's not there. It is what it is. I love the scent though, and I'll always keep this in my collection. This one is my go-to. It is one I love wearing if I'm looking for a citrus fragrance and I want that type of feel and that vibe. This is one I always reach for. It's one that is definitely, in my opinion, backup bottle worthy. If you have not checked this one out, I would encourage you to do it. But again, the performance is lacking, so you're gonna get about maybe 4 hours of longevity, maybe 1 on the projection. But overall, a really solid citrus fragrance. One that you can keep in your inventory, one that's gonna have you stand out and smell fresh. This one's called Dior Homme Cologne. I love indie fragrances. If you guys have followed this channel for some time, I love talking about them, I love sharing them, I love introducing you guys to them, but I also love designers and I love niche, but I have this special place in my heart just for indie fragrances, and this fragrance right here is no exception. This one is called Fox Jefe. Now, if you know about Guy Fawkes, then you already know what I'm talking about. You already know about this fragrance, but if you do not, and you maybe are in some of the fragrance groups, you might have heard about this one once or twice. This one though gets a lot of talk. It gets a lot of compliments. It has a really good review. Overall, I absolutely love this one. Such a unique, but invigorating, just rejuvenating citrus fragrance. One of my favorite that is in my collection. This one opens up with a kind of a slightly tart grapefruit, but it's followed up by mandarin orange. So as I said before, I love the contrast of like sweet and salty, or in this case, kind of sweet and tart. And I think that contrast really makes this fragrance. It's just an overall wonderful fragrance. Very unique though. I always get compliments wearing this one. It has really pretty decent performance or longevity. I get about 6 longevity, about 1 to 2 on the projection, which I think is very fair. Really awesome for an indie house. Beautiful sillage, like bubble around me when I wear this. People can say they can smell it on me as I'm walking from place to place. And I have had quite a few people stop me and ask me, where can you buy this? And every time I tell them, not here, you have to get it online. So exceptional fragrance though, one that you should not sleep on. Beautiful citrus fragrance. This one's called Fox Jefe. Next one on the list is one that is really near and dear to me. I've had this in my collection towards the early part of my journey in fragrances. So it's something I've made a lot of memories with and something I absolutely love and I love to reach for when I'm thinking about wearing a citrus-based fragrance. This one is called Chanel Allure Homme Sport. Now, what I like about this one, It doesn't have bergamot, it doesn't have lime, it doesn't have lemon, but it does have this beautiful orange note, and it also has like blood mandarin, I think, is the other orange note that's with it. And I think this actual citrus, the actual note characteristic is just unparalleled to any of the other fragrances that we're talking about in this collection. A bit on the more fresh side, definitely get a very smooth vibe with this one. It doesn't come off very synthetic. Performance is pretty decent. I get about 5 on the longevity, about 1 on the projection. But the actual scent appeal is really exceptional in my book. It's for more so the active man. It's a little more youthful, it's a bit playful. You can wear this casually, but I think this probably wouldn't do very good as a dress-up fragrance. I think, again, it's more so for the active man, maybe something if you're gonna be walking around the town, if you're going to the gym, maybe after the gym. I think this one's gonna be exceptional when you can check out, but it's really good, really amazing. I love reaching for this one. This one's called Allure Homme Sport. We have another indie fragrance that made the list. This one comes from the St. Andreas Fragrance House. This one's called Blue Sapphire. If you have smelled this one, or you've seen some talk in the fragrance community about this, people will tell you that is a clone of Elysium. No, it's not. No, it is not, and I will tell you why. It does hold a slight characteristic or opening similar to Elysium. You do get the lemon, you do get the bergamot, but it's got a different accord, and it's kind of hard to pick up what necessarily is making it different. Like I said, you're getting that vibe slightly, but as this starts to evolve as a fragrance and starts to dry down to the length of the fragrance, it changes to something completely different than Elysium. This is not a copy of that. It, again, holds some similar traits, but it's very exceptional. It is a very juicy lemon that's in it. The bergamot, the lemon combination really adds contrast, it adds depth. It's a little airy though, it's a little on the lighter side, it's not heavy, and this is not an obnoxious fragrance. I have never been told that what I'm wearing is too heavy, or that, oh my gosh, you're clouding out through. Never. I've only gotten compliments from this one. People have always asked me what it is, where can you buy that? Very exceptional though, the price, 25 bucks. Performance, outstanding. All day longevity, 1 to 2 on the projection. You cannot go wrong with this one if you're looking for a citrus banger to add to your collection that also is slightly beast mode. This one is one not to sleep on, and it's called Blue Sapphire. Number 5 on this part 1 of the list is a fragrance that is so near and dear to me. It's one of the first few that I've smelled in my time, in my journey. It's very nostalgic to me. It brings back tons of memories when I was younger. This one is Aqua DGO. Yes, I talk about this one a lot. It's because I absolutely love it. I love this fragrance so much. It's got this classic citrus DNA that is remarkable, and it's unlike any fragrance that we have talked about today or any of them that are actually be on this list. This one is just, it's got a lot going on, and I had to write down some notes because I couldn't necessarily pick out everything. I know it's got lemon and lime. I know it's got bergamot. It also has mandarin orange and regular orange. And it's just exceptional. It's an exceptional fragrance. It does last quite well on my skin. I have very dry skin. I'm getting easily 5 hours of longevity with this one. EDT concentration, 1, maybe sometimes 1.5 of projection, which is exceptional, but it is such a citrus heavy classic fragrance that it had to get put on this list. It's so amazing. If you have never smelled this one, please get you a sample. These little 30 mils are super easy to come by. They're really inexpensive, but I encourage you to get your nose on this one. And if you have this one, please drop me a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts of how you feel about this one. When did you get it? Did you get it early in your journey? Did you get it, late in your journey? Have you just found out about it? I would love to interact with you, but this one is exceptional in my book. It's so nostalgic. I love this one. I can't stop talking about it or smelling it or wearing it. This one is Aqua DGO. That is part 1 of the list. I will throw out the other list probably next week. I've got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm trying to work out some other videos. But stay tuned for that. Also, my 1,500 subscriber giveaway video is coming up soon in the next few days or so, maybe the next week. So be on the lookout for that. Stay tuned for it. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and checking it out. As always have new videos coming out. Always have new fragrances coming in. Y'all stay safe, be blessed, and please, always keep it locked. Peace.
Won't you come on to the ride? Welcome to the fragrance slide. Come and see the style. You can stay here for a while, just to make you smile. But it's just a mystery. Click subscribe.